Well, first at 5, a jewelry store owner robbed, kidnapped, and shot in the back. Now Belmont and Gastonia police are trying to piece together exactly what happened in that attack. Well, we brought you part of the story last night as breaking news.
And tonight there are still questions around what happened and who did it. Queen City News anchor Derek Dellinger is live outside the Amberley subdivision in Belmont. Derek, have police released any new details yet?
Not since this morning. Gastonia police are stressing to us that this is an active and ongoing investigation, and Belmont police say they are a part of this investigation as well. But this comes as a result of a lot of things that have been happening recently in this neighborhood that in one way or another has involved the Amberley subdivision.
It's all a little unsettling for many people we spoke with in and around the Amberley subdivision. They've seen a lot going on lately, and all of it has some freaked out, some nervous, and many others just asking why.
The amount of violent crime in Belmont is almost non-existent.
But not lately. We spoke with a couple who wished to remain anonymous about the issues that have shown up. First was an apparent drive-by shooting that happened at the entrance to the Amberley subdivision over the weekend, where 2 homes were shot up. And then there's what happened late Wednesday night. It started in Gastonia and ended in the Amberley subdivision. Gastonia PD telling Queen City News that the owner of a jewelry store was robbed and kidnapped. The owner reportedly told authorities that 4 men in ski masks came up to him, and the kidnapping itself was not far. In fact, they reportedly took the victim back to his home in Belmont. Queen City News on scene Wednesday as Belmont PD was working this part of the case in the Amberley subdivision. They told us the victim, Latif Sattar, was shot in the back. Many here did not want to speak on this, in large part because in both cases from over the last week that involved Amberley, there have been no arrests, bringing safety concerns no one expected.
Because this is a very quiet neighborhood. Typically, there's a lot of nice families that are working professionals, a lot of families with small children in the neighborhood. We have never felt like the kinds of things that happened last night or, a couple of nights ago. We've never felt like that was going to be the norm here.
For now, it seems to be, and no one here likes it.
I think that this is a lightning strikes twice kind of thing. So I would need to see more. I'm very pleased with the response by Belmont PD. Yeah, we've seen more blue lights. We've seen more officers in the neighborhood walking around, talking to people.
Now, we do need to stress on our own here that police have not in any way, shape, and form really connected the 2 cases, the one that happened over the weekend and the one that happened last night. But we're still working to get more information on both the drive-by shooting and the shooting that happened here in the Amberley subdivision. We will let you know what we find out about either one of those. In the meantime, the victim in this most recent case, the Amberley shooting, he is still in the hospital at last check. Live in Belmont, Derek Dellinger, Queen City News.